It is November 17th. We are only 6 days away from my first ever Hyrox in Hyrox, Dallas this coming Saturday. I just did my last longerish effort long run. We did a 3-mile warm-up. We did 6-mile repeats at about 5:50 to 6 flat with a 2-minute jog in between each one, and then a 3-mile or so cool down for about 12-13 miles on the day. After a 12-week training block of training for my first Hyrox, I wanted to talk to you really quickly in a short video about 3 of my big takeaways coming from a running background training for my first Hyrox. Key takeaway number 1, I am very glad I come from a running background when it comes to training for Hyrox, and that is for 2 specific reasons. One is in terms of pacing. I did a lot of circuit workouts, a lot of repeats, a lot of 5 times this and this and that in the gym, and I think pacing really helped me in knowing what I can put my body through, what my body can handle for a certain number of rounds, not going out too fast, not going out too slow, finishing a workout knowing I put in the right amount of effort given for that specific session. I think the last 12 years of running has really helped me. The hundreds and hundreds of different workouts I've done of running throughout the years have really helped me pacing myself and knowing what I can put my body through for a specific amount of time or a specific number of rounds and get the right output I want for that specific workout. So that's number 1. And the second reason I'm glad I come from a running background is that I think I've become very good at kind of riding that red line, not going too hard to the point where, okay, if I end up going this hard and my heart rate's up here, I'm gonna crash and burn and bonk. And not going too low where it's like, oh, I finish a race or I finish a workout and I know I could have got a little bit harder. I think I've gotten very good at kind of riding that line. Kind of goes hand in hand with pacing, but I know how long I can go to a dark place, go into the pain cave, and how long I can spend there and ride that line as long as possible. And that's really helped with every single gym session. Through the last 12 weeks training for Hyrox, after more workouts than not, I've been on the floor almost ready to throw up. And I think definitely learning how to ride that line for every single workout has been a huge advantage to me for every single workout, putting in that right amount of effort. So that is my first big takeaway as training for this first Hyrox coming from a running background. Number 2, my second big takeaway training for this Hyrox with a background as a runner is this, and this might surprise you. Overall, day-to-day, just training for this Hyrox, a little less volume on the running, a little less intensity on the running, but a lot more weightlifting and strength training in the gym. I feel better and more healthy overall. Don't get me wrong, I love just strictly running and training for a strict running event like the marathon, like the ultra marathon. I've done it all, high mileage, all that good stuff. I would say I feel better on a day-to-day basis. My body feels stronger. And yeah, running straight up just when you're doing that, I think can really tear you down and kind of put your body in a big deficit. I feel a lot less broken down, even though I've been doing a lot more whole body things. You know, running is a lot more obviously lower body leg focused. Don't get me wrong, it still works the upper body, of course, but not in the way like this gym does, not in the way building the muscle I have over the last 12 weeks has been. That is no small thing. I really feel overall, I would say healthier and more athletic than I have ever been in the past, just strictly running. So that's been a really nice, advantageous thing. So that is the second and honestly probably one of the most substantial takeaways I have noticed over these last 12 weeks. And third, last but definitely not least, big takeaway I have had from training for this Hyrox over the last 12 weeks is this. It is always awesome to try new things, expand your horizons, get outside your comfort zone. I love taking on new challenges and doing things like this. I mean, I do not come from any kind of strength background, any kind of gym background, as I'm sure many of you noticed. I have put on a significant amount of weight, obviously not all muscle, but it's been great. Definitely getting out of my comfort zone, doing this Hyrox, doing something new. It's been amazing. I really want to continue doing this ever so often, just to kind of test the waters and see how I'm doing. Test myself on an overall athletic ability level, not just running. At the same time, it does that and it lets me appreciate these new things. It really does remind me a little bit, especially towards the end of this prep, how much I miss running and training specifically for a running event. I am super excited to go smash this Hyrox and give it my absolute best effort in 6 days time. Hopefully go an hour, hopefully break the age group world record and do all those amazing things. But I'm also very excited and the fire is burning hot. I'm very stoked to continue training specifically for the marathon, the Boston Marathon next year. You know, I got a good group of guys that I'm training with right now. I know we all want to break 2:30 and do big things next year in the Boston Marathon. So it's really done 2 things simultaneously. Allowed me to appreciate new things and, you know, getting outside my comfort zone, trying these things that I might not be the best at, but improving my athleticism and, you know, kind of pushing the boundaries of what I think I am capable of doing. But at the same time, allow me to appreciate where I come from, you know, this running background, these specific running races like the marathon like a 100-miler I'd like to do eventually. Not having running be the absolute first priority just because it already is such a strong suit for me, and focusing on other things has been really great in that aspect, but also made me realize that, you know, you can never take for granted those things that you love so much, and for me, of course, that is running. Those are my 3 big takeaways. I am so excited to run and compete in this Hyrox in 6 days. I think it's going to be a lot of fun out in Dallas, and I'm really excited to show you guys all the hard work, and hopefully it is going to pay off. Thank you guys so much for following me throughout this entire prep. I really appreciate it, and thank you for watching this video. As always, be good humans, do good things, search for happiness. Peace.